Not really, because temperature is caused by heat. But why does the heat flow from hot region to cold region? Kenapa haba bergerak daripada kawasan panas ke kawasan yang sejuk? Because they exchange heat energy. Not exchange heat energy. It is still heat energy. Okay. Okay. This is what I've left out last class. Okay. The words is thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium. Have you heard about thermal equilibrium before? No. Okay. So thermal is thermal means heat. Equilibrium somehow brings the meaning of equal. So why does heat flow from hot region to cold region? Because the heat want to achieve thermal equilibrium. Okay, sebab heat tu nak jadi mencapai thermal equilibrium, di mana heat energy dekat kawasan tu is the same, equal. Okay, because the heat distribution at the region becomes equal. Dia tak nak kat sini, sebelah sini terlampau banyak heat energy, sebelah lain terlampau sikit heat energy, tak nak. Dia nak sama heat energy dia, thermal equilibrium. Okay, that is why heat flows. That is why heat flows. Do you understand that now? Boleh? Okay, good. So that is the first thing. The second thing is we have to recall the 3 ways heat can be transferred. Can you still recall the 3 ways heat can be transferred? What are the 3 ways? Conduction, okay, good. Conduction. Radiation and convection, good. Conduction. Alamak, tak nampak warna ni. Convection, okay. And radiation. Do you still remember the difference? What are the differences between those 3? It is the medium. What are the medium of transfer for conduction? Solid medium, good. How about convection? Movement of fluid. Okay, good. Movement of fluid. And fluid is? Fluid tu apa? What is fluid? Liquid and? Allah. Liquid and? Gas. Good job. Thank you very much. And gas. And lastly, radiation. Does radiation? Yes, radiation have no medium, or we call as vacuum. Good job. Kenapa tak nak keluar ni? Alright. So that is what we have learned last class. So now we are going to see the heat flow in natural phenomena, meaning heat flow yang berlaku dalam keadaan semula jadi. Alright, let's see one by one. The first one is obviously the warming of the earth by sun. Okay, we got our heat energy directly from sun, and the heat energy flows from sun to our earth through radiation, because space does not have any medium. So the heat transfer from the sun to our earth is called radiation, through radiation. That is why we can feel the heat. Okay, waktu siang, that is why we can feel the heat when in day. Waktu in daylight, okay, during daylight kita boleh feel the heat from the sun because the heat is being transferred through radiation. We don't have to be so close to the sun to feel the heat. Okay, kita tak perlu berada dekat sebelah sun untuk rasa heat daripada sun. Because the heat transfer, the heat flows. Okay, the heat already flow from sun to our earth through radiation. Okay, kita tak perlu sentuh pun matahari. Bumi tak perlu in contact with matahari. Okay, because the heat flow from through radiation. Okay, we can all masih rasa heat sampailah waktu malam. Waktu malam awak ada rasa haba tak? Can you feel the heat energy during night?
Yes.
Yes, we can still. Good. Thank you. We can still feel the heat. But the heat comes from other sources. Okay, not from sun only. We can still feel the heat from our lamps, okay, lights, okay, from other substance that can absorb heat, that can keep heat, okay. So we can still feel the heat although it is during the night because the sources of heat is various. Sangat banyak sources of heat. Even our electrical appliances dengan our devices pun boleh keluarkan heat energy. Okay, so good. Thank you very much for that. Alright, so next is Seabreeze. Have you heard about Seabreeze before?
No.
No. How about others? Have you heard about Seabreeze before? No. Okay. What if I ask you, have you heard about Bayu Laut?
Yes.
Bayu Laut. Have you heard about Bayu Laut? Okay. What is Bayu Laut? Can you tell me what is Bayu Laut? Tahu tak apa tu Bayu Laut? Ke tahu je Bayu Laut? Pernah dengar Bayu Laut but you don't know what Bayu Laut is? How? Macam mana? Pernah dengar tapi tak tahu maksud. Pergerakan angin dari laut ke darat. Yes. Good, Narisai. Okay. So, Seabreeze. Buku Geo tak bukan lagi. Alright, okay. So, Seabreeze. Seabreeze is actually bayu laut. Bahasa Melayu dia adalah bayu laut. What is actually bayu laut? Bayu laut adalah movement of air from the sea. Sebab tu nama dia sea breeze. Sebab tu nama dia bayu laut. Sebab pergerakan angin daripada laut. Okay, now we will see kenapa angin daripada laut pergi ke darat. Okay, that is what we are going to learn. Kenapa berlaku pergerakan itu? Kenapa angin itu bergerak? Okay. The air move because the heat is being transferred. Okay, the air move because the heat is being transferred. Can you recall what is the type of heat transfer in this example? The heat is being transferred through apa? Through what? Through solid, through fluid, or through no medium? Good. Through fluid. Okay. Melalui gases and liquid in the air. Okay. So this is actually why does bayu laut terjadi? Why does sea breeze happen? Kenapa berlakunya bayu laut? Okay. Kenapa berlakunya pergerakan angin ataupun air from the sea? Macam mana pula air tu boleh datang daripada laut ke darat? Why? It is because of the heat transfer through fluid, or what we call as convection. Okay, because of convection, heat is being transferred through fluid. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, when the sun radiates, okay, the heat on the land, the air on the land becomes warm. Okay, so sun radiates heat. So the air here becomes warmer. Okay, becomes warmer. Okay, when it becomes warmer, what will happen? The air will expand. When they expand, they become less dense. When they become less dense, they move upwards. They move upward or they rise. Okay, this is what we have learned before as well. Okay, when the fluid expands, okay, when the fluid becomes warmer, it expands. Okay, this is the key word. Okay, it expands. Okay, when it becomes warmer, it expands and become less dense, and it will go upwards. So when the sun radiates heat, the heat on the land becomes warmer and it expands, become less dense, and it will go upwards. Okay, dia menjadi lebih ringan, menjadi lebih kurang tumpat dan dia akan naik ke atas. Udara panas naik ke atas. The air above the sea, okay, air di atas permukaan air does not, dia tidak warm as quickly as the air on the land. So dia akan jadi cold. Dia akan jadi colder air. So the colder air akan menjadi more dense. Will become more dense ataupun denser. So it will move downwards. So when the air moves downwards, okay, it becomes a cycle. Macam kita tengok tu, convection is because of the cycle. The air go upwards, and then this air will go downwards. Okay, because the air wants to achieve thermal equilibrium, the hot air will move to the sea, while the cold air will replace. Dia akan replace the hot air yang dah naik atas ni. Dia akan replace by the colder air. Colder air akan replace kat sini. Lepas tu dia panas, dia atas balik. Kemudian dia pergi ke sana balik. Kemudian dia sejuk, dia turun bawah balik. Bila dia dah sejuk, dia akan replace balik. Okay, so that is why the air move from the sea to the land. So when the air move from the sea to the land, it is called sea breeze. Okay, so the cold air move from the sea to the land. So far, do you have any question? Boleh faham? No tu tak faham ke no question? Okay, no questions. Alright, so we will move. Okay, we will see the key points for Seabreeze. If someone asks you to explain about Seabreeze, why? Kenapa ada pergerakan of air from the sea to the land? What is the explanation? So you say, during the day, the sun heats up the land faster. Okay, the air dekat land tu menjadi lebih panas dengan lebih cepat daripada air dekat sea. Okay, so when the air above the land becomes warmer, it will become less, then it will rise. Okay, the air above the sea pula, now it's cold and become more dense, and it will move, because of it, it will move to the land to replace the warmer air. That results in sea breeze, where air moves from sea to the land. Okay, that is the explanation. We also have another one phenomena called land breeze. So land breeze ni in Malay apa pula maksud dia? Bayu darat. Good. Bayu darat. So now can you guess what does bayu darat means? Apa pula maksud bayu darat? Kalau tadi maksud bayu laut is the air move from the sea to the land. Kalau bayu darat maksudnya good, pergerakan angin dari darat ke laut. Movement of air from land to the sea. Okay, dia terbalik. So, waktu malam, selain pada waktu malam, the air akan bergerak daripada darat kepada laut. Okay, why? It is because of the convection as well. Okay, what happened is convections happen. Okay, during the night, selalunya land breeze is during the night. During the night, the land cool faster. Air on the land cools faster. So what happened when the air becomes cool? When it becomes cool, so what happened? What happened to the density? Less, are you sure? What happened to the density of the air on the land? Good, it becomes more dense. Okay, or it becomes denser because now it is cold. Cold dia akan jadi denser. So when it becomes denser, it will move downwards lah. Dia akan turun ke bawah. Because the air on the land cools faster, the air on the sea cools. Dia lebih lambat menyejuk, so it becomes warm. Okay, so air on the sea jadi warm. So bila dia warm, what happened to the density? Good, it will become less dense. So when it is less dense, they will rise. Good. So, bila ada angin yang sejuk turun ke bawah, angin yang panas naik ke atas, they will exchange tempat. Okay. This cold air will now replace the warm air yang dah naik ke atas. Kan dekat sini sekarang dah kosong. So, they will replace the air on the sea. So daripada panas tadi dia akan pergi ke tempat sejuk because heat always flow from hot to cold region. Okay, so because of they are going to change places, so now the air move from the cold land to the warmer sea. So that is why land breeze happen. Okay, movement of air move from land to the sea. Sebab tu lah berlakunya bayu darat. So the key point here is during the night the land cool faster. Okay, dua-dua tengah nak sejuk sebab kekurangan tenaga haba. Okay, but the land cool faster than the sea. Okay, so air above the sea akan jadi warmer lah sebab air dekat land dah jadi lebih sejuk. When they becomes warmer, they are less dense and will rise. The air above the sea is now cold. Cold lebih cepat kan? Cold. Air above the land akan jadi cold and becomes more dense and they will move to the sea. Because they are more dense, dia akan turun ke bawah and they will replace the warmer air yang dah naik atas tadi. Dia nak replace kawasan ni. That is why land breeze happen. Where movement of air from the land to the sea. Okay. Do you have any question here? No question. So you understand my explanation today? Good. So that is all for our lesson today. Okay, kita hanya belajar tentang natural phenomena. Okay, natural heat flow in natural phenomena. So we learn about sea breeze and land breeze and their explanation. Our next class we will move on to heat conductors and heat insulators. Okay. So as usual, I will give you some quizzes exercise. I will give it in your group, in your WhatsApp group. Please do it. Screen cap your scores and upload it in the Google Classroom. Okay, thank you. That is for your participation. That is for your exercise mark. Okay. If you don't have any more question, okay, you may for your participation marks, it is I will take your participation mark from the message in the chat box. So kalau ada siapa-siapa yang tak tulis apa-apa dekat chat box, please do so. Okay, tulislah I understand ke apa ke, so that I know that you listen to my explanation. Okay, if there are nothing else, the ones that have write something in the chat box may leave, and I will give you the exercise in your class WhatsApp group. Okay, so we will continue that. After you finish the quizzes and upload your score, that is the end of our class. Thank you very much, everyone, for your participation.
Thank you, teacher.
Alright, you are welcome.